My name's Chris, and Merry Christmas.
Bah humbug. I don't like Christmas and I don't like hats. What are we doing today, Chris? We don't podcast, so.
But what we do this year is start a podcast. We lied. We actually did do a podcast.
Well, we started something.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna finish it
For the year.
for the year.
This should be coming out Christmas. So Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Merry Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy holidays. So today, what are we doing, Adam?
Well, I mean, you've compiled a nice little list and a nice display to present our thoughts on the various media we've reviewed this year and discussed at length.
Yeah, it's not been a ton since we started late, but I thought it would still be something fun to do and cute. I don't know.
Yeah, so something celebration. Oh wow, we did something. So we're like looking back on it fondly. Yeah, great. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Jolly good. All right. I assume everyone knows the tier list: S through F. Skip E.
Because American school system, we skip E.
Yeah. S is super. F is bad.
Yeah.
F is bad.
The way that I think about it is like, C's get degrees, so that's a passing grade.
Yeah.
D's are like, like they don't pass, but like they need
tolerable
improvement.
sometimes.
It's either fine and uninteresting, or just like so close to being all right, But then F is just straight up bad. That's a straight up failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then A is full marks, but then S is like, holy shit, I want to hire you.
Yeah, it transcends.
It transcends. That's what the S is for.
So yeah. Do we have tea time today? No?
No.
That's cool. We're skipping that.
We're skipping that.
Yeah, you've seen enough tea times, I think.
Yeah, you know what tea is.
So let's see what the first...
Yeah, we've got them in a random order.
Yeah. Our first is Citizen Kane. I don't know if you can see that. Here, let me see if I can get closer. Yeah. Citizen Kane.
Oh boy. The greatest movie of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember our thoughts on this movie?
I do.
What are our thoughts?
D.
Why D?
It's the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah, so is a D.
It's just not that interesting. Well, I wasn't that big a fan of it.
I think it's worth a C. That's my vote. Because I think that it's still...
Oh, I get it. Because it's worth a C. It's worth watching. So that's why I want to put it in C.
Yeah. It's like passable. I think it's a decent watch. I like it as a character study. It's still not a great movie. But I still think it's worth time to be invested. Like...
I mean, if you're a cinephile, you should watch it just on reputation alone.
Yeah.
And for like the history of film or whatever.
It is. How long is this? This is 3 hours or is it 2 hours?
No, it was not. It was not 3 hours. It was like two, probably around 2, like 2:15.
Yeah.
I don't think it was any longer.
He had a snow globe and he had snow. It's a holiday season.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's jolly good. Drink the eggnog. Have a heart attack. And get your possessions burned by the IRS.
By everyone just robbing you.
Yeah. Something rosebud. It's profound because it's like, oh man, things were better when I was a kid. Oh wow, great. Glad to know you actually don't like all of your money. Cool. Yeah. C tier.
Gotcha. Yeah. See.
I'll accept a C tier for Citizen Kane.
We can move things around as we go. We don't have a lot because we've doubled up on a couple things.
Yeah.
We'll get to them. Here, you can put it up.
What? Why is this bent?
Okay, a different one.
Is that like... The hook is it's got a hook on it. It's at a 90-degree angle. What's going on there?
Oh my god. It's double bent. What the hell? Yeah, that works.
So, C tier.
Yeah!
Citizen Kane.
C for Kane. A Citizen Kane, some would say.
Wait, it's holidays, so we gotta bring this into the Christmas spirit somehow.
C for Christmas.
C for
for
Citizen Candy Kane.
C for can't forget about your mom. Love you, Mom. don't know if she heard that. Okay. I guess we'll move on.
Yes.
We have to try to stretch this.
Yeah,
we got it for runtime.
We gotta like talk about things and make it interesting for the audience.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Our first collab.
Our first
technically. Sweeney Todd. I'm gonna keep getting up. I could put the image edited,
But that would require effort in post production.
Yeah, and I'm not doing
we don't
that.
have a budget.
No, we don't have a budget. Sweeney Todd. What did you think about Sweeney Todd?
Well, what I think about it isn't really that important. What I would really love is to hear what our fabulous guest Elino has to say about it.
Hey Chris, hey Adam. This is Elino. This is going to be my tier list for all the movies that I've seen in 2022. Coming in at number 2, I'm gonna have to go with The Cat Returns. The Cat Returns, the Studio Ghibli movie. It was I had a good time with it. I know some of my friends, some of my fellow potters didn't enjoy it quite as much, but I had fun. It was a good time. Definitely not one of the strongest movies in terms of story and plot and characters and all of that. But it was a silly little hijinks movie. Had a good time with it. Yeah.
So anyways, B tier.
Why B tier?
Because it was an enjoyable film from start to finish, and mostly because the soundtrack was really good. But
yeah, I think a couple of the performances were better than others. Like what's her face that does all the musical performances?
Sondheim, no,
Sondheim.
he wrote it.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the actress for the pie girl.
Oh, Helena Bonham Carter.
That's her name?
I don't know. I think so.
You sound so confident.
It's the same actress that did Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yeah, that's how I know her by.
Yeah, Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she was by and far my favorite part of the movie.
Donald Glover.
I don't think he was in this.
Oh, I liked it more than Citizen Kane.
I also quite liked more than Citizen Kane.
Which means that we objectively have terrible taste.
Yeah. I can't see how people put Citizen Kane's like super high, other than it's just old.
If we were following like film from like the art form from its inception, then this would
probably be S tier. Like,
yeah, it probably would, because like what else would this be up against? Like Gone with the Wind, Singing in the Rain, The Jazz Singer.
And even those came out later, right? I'm pretty sure.
Gone with the Wind I think was later.
Okay. Sound of Music? I don't know.
Oh, Sound of Music was way late. That was like 60s.
Okay. Because that color.
Yeah.
Yeah, Citizen Kane would have been really good. Sweeney Todd, it's newer. It's a musical, so
it's not as important of a film.
No, I think it's more fun. It has our highest view count video. So that's great on our part.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Elino said what he said, and I couldn't believe what he said.
I'm confused as to why we even let him on the show.
And with that opinion, pretty horrific in my mind. But compared to us, I think Sweeney Todd's pretty good. Johnny Depp did all right, I guess. I liked the songs. I actually sing some of the songs still from time to time because I'm just like I quite enjoy it.
You know, when you want it, when you get it, if you get it.
Yeah.
Pretty women.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Citizen
Kane is the best movie of all time, but I enjoyed this a lot more. So
yeah.
B tier.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That sounds pretty apt. We're gonna have a movie or show or whatever in every tier. Maybe. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. There we go.
Hey. Okay, what's next?
What's next on the list?
Ooh, this was gonna be, I think, a talk.
Okay,
Made in Abyss.
Made in Abyss. I did not like it as much as the previous seasons of Made in Abyss.
It's one season.
The previous season of Made in
And a
Abyss. And a movie. Well, hold on. Don't put it right... That's where the F tier goes.
We're not disabling it. I'm putting it as a display for the far away camera that can't see it.
Okay, well,
Yeah, give your opinion.
I definitely liked it more than Citizen Kane.
Well,
But-
I mean, like this is still like, you know, what your thoughts on it, like.
Yeah, okay. My thoughts on it, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was someone online who did an edit of FOPTA getting the guys to, like, the Doom soundtrack, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty badass.
He's on a Doom trend right now.
I'm playing through Doom Eternal right now. I'd be willing to put this in either A or B.
I think A is a good middle ground because I liked it a lot more than you did. I think for me it said a lot, and I didn't have as much problems with the structure of the storytelling as he did. So
It was good, but it wasn't that good. Come on now, Chris.
I feel like it. I think A is a good spot for us because I think my feelings are for it are an S, but I don't know if I would be able to put, like, you know, all of that into consideration, I guess, especially when we're going to be rating other things that I know we're going to rate totally higher.
Yeah, because, like, I'm okay with putting Made in Abyss in A, but I think that's a bit too high.
Yeah, which I think is fair for your opinions on
Yes,
it.
but you fucking
But
love it.
I
so
really like it.
You
yeah.
if
So
this was up to you, you'd put it in S tier.
I'd probably put low-
completely destroy
I'd-
the timeline.
I'd probably put it at low S. I would put it. So I think an A is apt for both of our opinions.
A for Made.
A for Abyss. Really? Made? God, we're going through this really fast.
Perhaps too.
Yeah. Don't fall. It is weird that we are getting something in every tier.
So what's the next one?
I'm gonna have to get up for this one. Maybe you can get up for this one. Fuck.
Well, we know what the second one is. But...
Yeah, you can get up for this one.
Okay. Just give me a thumbtack.
show what it is.
Cowboy Up!
It's the best movie of 2022. We're supposed to go slower. And this is probably going to be our fastest one. So
Yeah, it's pretty shit.
it's pretty bad. It's
pretty bad.
And not just like, oh, it's a kids movie bad. Like it's just bad on like a lot of levels.
A lot of levels. Like
It's not funny, not really.
The plot isn't interesting. It doesn't really need to have Tom and Jerry in it, even though they are.
Yeah. But the thing is, you could say the exact same thing for all the other characters bar the villain.
Yeah.
And even then, so it's like you don't need the heroes in either side, like to really get the plot going.
It's very much a nothing of a film.
Yeah, which is, you know, I do want to say though that, you know, your statement about how, like, why would you feed your kid something shitty, like using that as a comparison to why would you show a movie to your kids if it's shitty?
Sure.
You said this.
Sure.
Well, I saw it online where someone said something similar, and I was like, that's Adam's take on it. I was like, yeah, that's a good take.
I mean, if you want your kid to like have a wide view of art just in general, just to teach them like, oh yeah, not all art is good, then you could show them Tom and Jerry, Cowboy Up.
Yeah, you could do that. I feel like there's other art, like you could be like, hey, not all art is good. Here's Citizen Kane. And you could
Here's
be like,
every film before the year 1960.
honestly.
I mean, like, this is the kind of film that like, you don't really give a shit what it is. You just want to sit your kid down and make him shut up for like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
That's sort of the function of this piece of art.
Yeah.
So
See, Citizen Kane works as the same. Each of these movies works the same way, except this is for kids, this is for old people, and this is for nerds. Where if you want them to shut up, you just show them, a specific movie.
and this one's that one's like actually good though.
Yeah. Like
everything below A is unacceptable. That's the whole point of the tier list.
A and above is acceptable. Yeah, so we got acceptable on a bad day, and then in hell for D and F.
Give me the thumbtack, Chris.
Okay.
I want a fucking.
How much time do we have? Oh my god,
Boy.
we've done this for 18 minutes only. We're down 4 movies.
Christ.
That's not halfway, so it's still fine. This could just be a mini episode for the end of the year. We don't have they don't have to tolerate us for more than half an hour if they don't want to, compared to our usual ramblings. I mean, the thing is too, like, I've seen a lot of stuff this year, and I think you've experienced a lot of stuff too, not just like shows or
I should have watched more stuff, but I did watch a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and I
play through some stuff.
Yeah, like there's a lot of good shit that came out. Like, not just came out this year, but that I watched this year. Like, I watched like Bullet Train the other day. I really like Bullet Train. Do you like Bullet Train?
I never saw it.
It was really fun.
I mean, I saw the trailers a whole bunch of times because they kept playing it.
Yeah.
And, like, I got tired of the trailer, but it seemed like the film was going to be all right.
A lot of people were shitting on it, and I was like, it was pretty good. Like, it was funny. It was fun.
I think it's, like, from what I saw, the fight scene choreography was pretty good, and then, like, the concept of, like, having everyone be on the bullet train is kind of funny,
Yeah.
so...
And the thing with that movie is that every scene pays off. I think that's really well done. Because the thing is, like, even with our ratings, I know they're going to be mixed media. So some movies, some shows, one video game.
One video game.
But I think the longer form stuff always hits me harder because
well,
have
I mean,
time.
you just have more time invested in it.
Yeah, but then again, there are some people that like just primarily just watch movies, right, or read like short stories or whatever, right, and those are some of their favorite like media.
Some of my favorite things are really short.
Like what?
Like,
Don't say your penis.
all right, there goes that bit.
Nothing else?
No. You completely stole the spotlight from me. Thanks, Chris.
What about my penis? We're moving on.
Okay. The cat returns.
The cat returns. Fuck. This is better than editing in post.
Look, there it is. Oh my god.
Look at that. That's a cat. That's me and Elino's husbando. What's his name?
The Baron.
Colonel?
The Baron.
Oh, the Baron.
Yeah.
Fuck. The Colonel.
The ceramic cat doll with human hands.
Yeah, I still can't believe I didn't pick up on that. Like, I thought he was just a straight cat with, well, I don't know about straight cat, but like a cat that had hands. And I was like, that's weird. But it's
this is, you see, this is what the people on in the know like to refer as normie furry shit.
Yeah, it's
This
not.
is that like non-offensive like oh, I'm not a furry, I just like Ghibli films.
Yeah.
Weak.
Yeah.
Weak. Now if you watch it
Wait. What was that, Elino?
Hey Chris, hey Adam. And then coming in at number 1, my favorite movie that I watched this year for the I Don't podcast. It's gonna have to be Sweeney Todd. I know it was a short list, but definitely the best movie. Definitely one of the movies that I've seen this year. I know some of us had issues with the performances given in this movie, but I thought they were fine. I thought they were passable. And yeah. Let's see what else about it. I guess I don't have a lot to say about this. I believe this was Tim Burton. Yeah, it was. The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Cool movie. Good time. Would recommend. It. Yeah, that's all I got. Okay. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. I love you, Chris. Adam. Okay, bye.
What a shit opinion.
Wait, hold on. I didn't hear it. Let me listen to it
sorry.
again.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Adam.
The fuck?
He said he wants to have sex with Cat's 2019 movie?
Well, I'm okay. That part I was fine with. I agree with him on that one. But
I don't know. James Corden's in it, man.
well, you can kick him out. It's fine.
Anyway, what did you think of that opinion?
Well, I mean,
Pretty garbo.
it's kind of cringe.
Kind of cringe.
Kinda
Thanks,
cringe.
Elino. How could you do this to us?
You know, you've congratulations. You've really brought down the mood of this podcast.
Yeah. The second movie he was a part of, Sweeney Todd and The Cat Returns, and both cringe opinions. I must see how that plays out in editing.
This joke is not going to land.
No, this joke's gonna be fucking fantastic. Unless it'd be funny if he just says opinions that we straight up disagree with, and we just reinstate after.
Okay.
So
Well,
funny.
I will say that I enjoyed The Cat Returns more than Citizen Kane, but I believe it belongs on the same tier as Citizen Kane.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I would personally put it below, but because I feel like you're making a concession to put it at C tier because you enjoyed it.
Well, you see, the problem is that since I enjoyed this more than Citizen Kane, seeing it below Citizen Kane would just be wrong.
Yeah.
So, and remember, there can be varying quality inside the tiers.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know, that's the beauty of the tier list format, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
But we just disagree on which one of these is better.
Yeah.
But they would both fit in C.
Yeah. So do you want to put?
You didn't give me a thumbtack.
I know that. Do you want to put? You can put it in front of Kane because I always like putting the best ones closer to the letter.
I mean, you can do that, but I feel like it kind of misses the point a little bit. I'll put it in front of Kane. All right, so
Dumb. You could take it out. It's so dumb.
boom.
Cool. This is the objectively correct tier list where it's after Kane. What is this? How many more do we have?
Oh, that's
We had 5. We have 4 more.
It looks like we got 2 more after this one. Ooh, 3. Wow, we watched a lot of stuff.
Oh, you can put this up. Cyberpunk.
Primer Monk.
Okay.
Look, there he is. Oh my god.
Who is that?
Elino.
That's not Elino. I had to look up his name because I forgot. Because I was like, fuck, what's his name?
David?
Yeah, it's David.
David, okay.
Yeah, so
There was David, there was Lucy, there was Becca, there was...
that's it.
Maine,
All of them.
there was Maine.
Yeah, Maine.
There was Gus Fring.
Yes. Who's the guy that got out?
Falco.
Falco.
Matt Mercer. My boy.
I watched Japanese dub. Apologies.
Okay, about the Japanese dub, though, something I didn't mention, I feel like the Gus voice for the bad guy, it was a bit of an odd choice because the character talks really fast, and Gus Fring's like very cold, very dry delivery works best when you give him some time to breathe.
Yeah.
So it's kind of odd just to hear him go like...
Yeah,
It should be like, if you think that you can do it, then you must go poo poo poo.
yeah. Giancarlo's voice is a lot more somber.
Yes.
Slow.
Mr. President, you will cook for me. It was a bit of an... I feel like it was a bit of an odd casting choice, but I recognized that it was Gus, so I'm like, oh!
So a point higher.
Yeah. I'm overall fine with it. But the show itself, I thought it was pretty good.
I also thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I still am upset.
It was better than the best movie of all time.
Yeah, it was by a decent margin, like in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still feel a little disappointed because I know most people they put an S.
What, for Cyberpunk?
Yes, I guarantee you
Wow.
most people put it.
That is a strong. Okay, I mean, I haven't been following the discussion online for this really.
Maybe really high A or low S.
S tier, like.
I don't. I. That's why people
Okay.
hype it up a lot.
Okay, we've got another anime on this list.
Yeah,
I think that Made in Abyss was better than Cyberpunk.
I agree. I do think that Made in Abyss was better than Cyberpunk.
F tier.
But like, the thing about Cyberpunk is that it's 11 episodes. It's
It's
slightly
very
shorter.
Yeah, it like gets in, it gets out. It has one story that it wants to tell, and it does it pretty solid.
Yeah, I think that this is. I want to say a spoiler for Attack on Titan real fast, but you haven't even finished Attack on Titan.
No, I
so
haven't.
I
I'm
can't
waiting
say.
for the last season of the anime to come out, or the last season to have its
Well,
last
okay,
season
actually, it's
come
not
out.
a spoiler per se, but it is like I guess a feeling towards the ending of the show or the manga. So spoilers for that if you don't want to get spoiled. But I've talked to you about it before.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Just my feelings on it. I just want to reiterate it. Just 'cause
sure.
I feel like it's a
If
similar,
you've told me before, then I'm fine with it.
where I think I've thought about the ending to Attack on Titan for a long time, and I think that I saw someone post that said basically what my feelings on it, where it is thematically and character wise fits the story pretty well. However, in terms of a story in itself, it is very unsatisfying.
Okay.
And I think that I don't think it's like a 1-to-1, but I think like the deaths in this show and some of the the character stuff feel similar. Where I think that like all the deaths of like Maine and Rebecca and all the stuff are supposed to be very quick, like the whole thing of him being really fast and everything like the timeline, like the entire show being really quick, fits thematically and for the characters, but it doesn't leave you enough room to truly breathe with all of them, and so it makes you care less.
You see, I won't disagree with that, but I will say that the whole point of the style that Studio Trigger has is that everything's super fast-paced, and you're not focusing on any one element for too long. That's sort of the point.
But that's what I mean. Where I think that, like I said with Attack on Titan, like I think it fits, but I think that there are detriments to a storytelling technique that pull back on, I guess, the feelings of the story. And the thing is, I know people that like were like sobbing during some of the stuff towards the end of Cyberpunk, and I thought, and I teared up at like the last scene. I thought that was really good, but like like one of the things we'll get to, like I cried more on one of them, and I think Made in Abyss is far sadder.
I'll agree with that.
And so like I don't know, I feel like I think Cyberpunk's very good, but I don't know. It's hard to just gauge just because like my own personal feelings on it, I guess, and other people's feelings on it being like, oh, this is real good. I'm like, it's fine.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think it's like extremely great. Like, so where are we feeling? Where are you feeling?
I'm feeling B for this one.
You feeling B?
I'm feeling B.
I think high B, but I think B still also.
Okay. Because I'm looking at what we got right here.
Because I'm gonna be honest, this is better than Sweeney Todd in my opinion.
Yes, I'll agree to that. But I don't think it cracks on the same level as Made in Abyss.
Yeah.
So B tier. That's what I'm thinking.
I think that's fair. We're having
dude, like I could just like hold it right here, and then you could like freeze, and then
like just do
have
snippets of your like do. I can try. I'll see.
Oh my god, how did that get there?
Yeah.
You must have the Sandestin equipped.
Oh my god, if that would be able to be pulled off, that would be sick. But yeah, we're not having as varying opinions as I thought we'd have. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, we have. Yeah, no, we're pretty much agreeing on everything. Aside from like you wanted to put Cat Returns in D, but
yeah, I mean, and I think you want to put Made in Abyss like a higher B, right? So
I find A to be fine for Made in Abyss.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
right.
Wait.
All right.
Clap. Sure, do that one.
All right. So next thing that we got to
Shitting on more anime fans. Well,
it's weeb adjacent. It's Omori.
yeah, you can put it up since you showed it to me.
There he is. Look at him. It's you.
It's Omori. That's Omori.
When the moon Omori.
Sure.
Yeah, it was alright.
I didn't reset. Fuck. Fuck. By 26 now. Fuck it. It was alright.
It's alright.
I still feel like in our Omori episode we didn't talk about nearly as much as we could have. Because Omori's really good.
Well,
it's pretty good.
it's alright.
Yeah. I think it had some of the strongest emotions I felt all year for a game. I was gonna say my non died, so maybe not the strongest.
or even with the game, does the depression from this game match the rage from Elden Ring?
Yeah, yeah, because when I get angry, I was able to take a break and stuff. Like with this one, with the anxiety flaring up, like it was like you throw up. I didn't, but it felt like that.
Your monitor was saved.
Yeah. So I would say similar. I mean, yeah, because Elden Ring didn't make me rage as much as I thought it would, but I think it's still play Elden Ring. Elden Ring's an S.
Elden Ring would go an S. Yeah.
We should just. I guess we could after just talk about other things that we thought were pretty good.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm down for that.
Sick.
I can give some album recommendations of stuff that came out this year.
Yeah. Okay. Cut this out or keep it in. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just cut the whole episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Omori.
You
want to?
I will not accept any lower than an A.
I agree with that.
In this list, I would put it as an S.
But for you, you'd probably just put it as an A. You could. Then why'd you say for this? Why'd you just say an S? Like,
you see, I want it as an S, Chris.
okay.
But I know that you really don't like the game, so you put it as an F.
I think the only thing holding it back are like one story inconsistency.
What one very minor visual oversight.
Yeah. One, I guess, descriptive oversight, and the gameplay itself isn't that great, and that's, I guess, akin to the genre of game, but it still doesn't excuse it.
I want I want the Bejeweled mod for Omori.
The Bejeweled? What the fuck are you talking about?
There was a like I'm not sure if it was an actual Bejeweled thing, but there was an RPG that had Bejeweled rules for the battles.
Oh.
Like you match the gems in it. Like the more combos you have, the stronger your attacks were.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what it was called. I think it was on the DS. Yeah, so I want to put that as an S.
I am okay with this. You know, even with the flaws I think it had for me, I still think that the emotional ride it gave me, like, is because I'd like to think that the purpose of whatever it is that we're judging, like, well, how well did it fit a lot of that stuff, along with it being a piece of media. And I think this, by and far, did what it wanted to do. Like,
yes, the stuff that the point of the game is not necessarily the combat or or all the side stuff that you can do, but like the stuff that it's supposed to hit with, like, really fucking hits.
Yeah. It's a story about accepting yourself and your flaws, and, you know, getting through your trauma, and
we accept that this game has flaws.
Yeah, and
we're still gonna put it in S.
And we're accepting that, and we forgive him.
It's okay.
It is your fault, but
it's okay.
I'll either just take a picture of this and put it closer at the end, or I'll just bring it closer. Our first S. We need a D. What's next? Ooh, maybe our first D.
Maybe our first D. We got Rings of Power.
Rings of Power.
Okay.
This one could be our longer.
Yeah, because okay, for me, I really didn't like it, but I started out really liking it.
Yeah, and for me, I was very middling, and then it was still very middling. So
where it ended up, I want to put it in F, but those first 3 episodes are pretty good.
Okay.
and like the Elrond Durin stuff is that's a pretty good pair.
I feel like anyone that talks about Rings of Power is like, but Elrond Durin. Like,
yes, they were good.
They were by and far the best part of the show.
Yes, but you see, the problem is that the good does not wash away the bad, nor the bad the good. Harsh truths cut both ways.
Omori.
That's a Stannis Baratheon quote. I'm not putting Rings of Power in S, Chris. That's not going to happen.
How is Rings of Power? Because
okay, I'll say it was better than Tom and Jerry.
Yes, I would say that too.
Okay, for this one, I'm feeling D.
See, it's one of those things where it's like, I think technically, through a lot of ways, this is better than Citizen Kane, in my opinion. However,
it is also worse than Citizen Kane in a few ways.
Yeah, because Citizen Kane is a singular story following a singular character with a singular,
it has
theme.
It has a purpose and it executes it.
Yes, and albeit it can be boring, and long, it a lot of it drives home to the same point, right?
Yeah.
This is very pretty, but it's also boring, and it's also long, and when it doesn't lead to places.
Or, as far as we know, it doesn't lead to good places. It might get good in Season 2. I'm still going to watch Season 2.
Yeah.
Because I want to see the Kingdom of Rune. But,
So, I don't know. It's... fuck. Because I at this point in time, I'm a little bit more knowledgeable on Lord of the Rings. So, seeing, I guess, that's kind of just weird. I don't I still disagree. Galadriel's not a Mary Sue. She's just not really well written. Super.
Yeah, I mean, most of the, internet outrage when people are calling characters Mary Sues, they typically aren't.
Yeah.
So,
I
actually like Galadriel in this for the most part.
I think she's all right. Although I don't think they do a lot with her.
There was one really weird scene in episode 3, I think, where she's riding a horse and she's being taken somewhere, and the guy's like, "Well, I'll gather the horses," and she's like, "Horses?" And she seems really excited, like she's never ridden a horse before, but she's like 3,000 years old, so why? Okay,
I don't remember.
It was a very strange scene.
I believe you. Fuck, I think we might have to put a D.
Put in a D? I'd be fine with putting it in D. That's where I was feeling.
Yeah. Because it just feels bad because, there was, good acting.
It has the budget of, 10 of this whole list combined.
Oh, no, I would say more than that. but, the actors, I think, did really well with what they had. Like Galadriel's actress, Durin, Elrond, I think all of their actors very good.
Oh, the
Arendir,
that Uruk guy.
Yeah, the fucking Adar.
Adar.
Yes, he was really
Adar was
good.
cool.
But
it's got a Game of Thrones season 8 kind of problems with it near the end.
Yeah, it's just that a lot of the stuff that happens is either coincidence or you can chalk it up to fate or whatever the fuck, or random all the stuff with all this, every Sauron bit was just kind of like, where are we going? Like,
Yeah, and like especially when it's revealed who Sauron is at the end.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing, like the last 2 episodes, I thought things were happening just way too fast.
yeah, which they were. I mean, because
Ooh, I was right.
why?
That's impressive. That doesn't happen that often.
You're always right. You have to pretend that.
Oh, yeah, sure. All right.
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna D. Because
D, because that's the letter that's a ring.
D for the 13 rings of men. Nadine. Fuck. 9 rings of men, right?
Yeah, 9 rings go. 7? Okay, hold on.
No, there's the 3 elf rings, the 7
3 will
dwarf.
go to the elves.
7 for dwarves, 9
7 for
men,
dwarves.
right?
Not 9 for men.
Yeah.
9 for men.
I'm right. I know Lord of the Rings more than Adam. We filled up all the letters.
All of our tiers have entries in them.
That we didn't. We actually did not plan that.
We thought it was going to be like half of it's an S, half of it's an F, but no.
And then
We got,
we got like 2 S, 2 F, the rest C's or B's.
This is
my
looking
thought.
like a proper tier list now. All right, we look like we know what we're doing.
Okay, and the last one, which I think might have the least amount of difference to say.
Yeah, we both like this one.
It's House of the Dragon.
Look, there she is.
That's
That's the Dragon Queen lady,
What's her name?
Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra. They got a. Yeah.
They altered Martin's vision. F tier.
Martin? Oh, fucking. I was like, which character's name's Martin? I'm so dumb.
They had a foot fetish scene. F tier.
They did have that. For F for foot.
F for foot.
S for scandalous.
S for scalies.
They don't have sex with the dragons.
No, but they had like
Do they?
in the Red Keep before it gets converted to the 7.
Yeah.
There's dragon on human pornography on set, like as paintings.
I believe you. You've said this in our episodes.
It's a
I've
really
never
cool
seen
detail.
them. When I jack off to this stuff.
I'm jacking off to the actors, not the paintings.
Yeah, House of the Dragon, I feel like we had 2 episodes about it, just like Rings of Power, which are on, probably, they're going to be on opposite ends. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
You see, I want to put this in S. That's where I want to put it.
I do too. Like,
The-
I'm just saying we just want to talk about it.
oh, right. We have a show to do. Okay.
Like, I personally cared more about Omori and Maiden Abyss, but I think just all around House of the Dragon is just the most solid.
So this
Like-
for you would be below these 2, but still in S.
Well, no, honestly, this is the one where I'm like, this is probably just top of S, just straight up. Like,
Oh.
Again, for me, my personal feelings on it.
So the highs from these 2 were higher, but this did not have any lows, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
okay.
basically.
All right.
So like, because
I'll agree with that for Omori, but not with Maiden Abyss.
that's fair. Because I think that House of the Dragon is just all around one of the most solid shows this year.
I just think it's straight up better than Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones has the problem of being around longer.
I think it's
like-
just straight up. I think it's straight up better than the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones.
See, that's a strong take.
That is my hot take, and I stand by it.
Yeah. I don't know about all that, but I also quite like it. It's because it doesn't have the problem of like you feeling lost and trying to like gather what's really going on, because you've already been in the setting of Game of Thrones and like being thrown into the House of the Dragon. You're kind of like, okay, I get what's going on. Like, because I feel like a lot of people in the beginning of the Game of Thrones seasons were lost for a long time.
Well, I didn't really have that problem. Let me put it this in a different way.
Okay.
So
I'm just
yeah, so Game of Thrones first 4 seasons, I'd argue, including seasons 5 and 6, but not everyone agrees with me on that.
I like 5 and 6.
All right, but those earlier seasons are some of the best television that we have. It's up there, in my opinion, on the same tier as like Breaking Bad and I don't know what's another really good TV show. I've heard The Wire is really
Sopranos.
good. Sopranos, I've heard is really good. Yeah. Like, I think it's up there with those.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon makes Game of Thrones look like a soap opera. S tier.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Viserys, by and far my favorite character. I love Viserys.
In all Thrones lore.
Fuck, maybe.
Honestly, same.
I know that's probably a hot take because I've talked to some of our friends and they're like, "That's Viserys," and I think he's really good.
I also think he's really good.
Fucking stellar actor.
Paddington?
I think so. That's the name, right?
I don't fucking know.
Paddy?
Did he? Was he the voice of Paddington Bear?
I don't think so. It might not be Paddington, but I think his name's Paddy. I think. The actor for Viserys, and the way that they make him look more decrepit every episode. When in episode 3, you think, oh, he's dying, and he still lives for like 6 more episodes. Yeah, every episode he gets worse.
He loses an arm and lives for 20 more years.
it's. I've never seen a show do that where you're like, oh fuck, like that's crazy.
Okay, so here's something that, since we have all of these laid out, I can make this point, finally.
Okay, sure.
I really like it in media and storytelling and everything like that when shit makes sense,
I feel like that's not a... well, never mind. Just continue.
Okay, so Cyberpunk, for example.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's pretty good. It makes sense for most of it, but then there's the whole, episode 6 where... Lucy just does not tell David about the guys hunting him down for no reason.
Yes.
Where if she told him, it could have made things a lot more viable for them to live, but she didn't, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Rings of Power.
Don't say everything.
No. I'm trying to remember Halbrand. Is that his name?
Yeah, Halbrand.
Yeah, his whole thing. With the twist at the end, the shit that he did, not much. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense there.
Yeah, and Galadriel makes it worse.
Galadriel makes a bit more sense.
Decisions make sense, but just the decisions after everything, it's like, oh well, this as a story, it feels dumber.
Yes. Citizen Kane for the most part makes sense.
Yeah.
The Cat Returns. It's questionable.
It's a Ghibli movie, and
it's a Ghibli movie that the plot wasn't necessarily the focus of The Cat Returns, which I get, but
I think I know a lot of people like that Ghibli movies don't make sense. I think it's bad when they do that.
I've not watched enough Ghibli movies to confirm or deny this.
I feel like
I like Princess Mononoke.
I love that's the one that makes sense.
Oh, all right.
In my opinion, I mean, generally.
This one really doesn't make any sense.
It's like magical realism, but whatever.
This one's hard to follow, but it still makes sense. Omori makes sense. Shit makes sense. This one...
It makes the sense.
Okay.
The problems that we did have got solved, immediately.
Yes.
Every time.
Okay, so I'd like to describe it this way. For the most part, there are no villains in House of the Dragon. There aren't really antagonists. Yeah. It's just people making decisions that are objectively not incorrect. Decisions that, from a lot of angles, make a whole lot of sense.
These
characters would do this in this scenario because that is probably the best option they have.
Yeah. Or they feel like it's the best option. And every character does that no matter what side they're on, and it still brings them into conflict. Yeah.
I fucking love that. Yeah, shit makes sense, dude.
It's very, very good.
Yes.
And I'm very much a themes guy along with all the other stuff, plotting. This is good themes.
Good job.
I think there's a couple of harder hitting themes, but
I actually think the theming in Omori is better.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I think for me those two hit better in terms of themes. But I think that it's super solid. You can't about the cycle of like violence and arrogance. Of,
It's not the
destroying
tallest.
animals and-
It's not the tallest wall, but I don't care how big of a cannon you got. You're not tumbling it down.
Yeah.
So that's why we're putting in an S tier.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you want to move any of them around just to like.
Yeah, we'll review. Let me just.
Well, I mean, since you're up there, do you want to move Omori? Because I feel like House of the Dragon's better than it. Do you think House of the Dragon's better? Because I think it should be top of us.
Okay, I believe that if you want to move it, then fine. I believe that the whole point of the tier list format is to not order them in like this one's the best, then this one's the second best. I think the point because
they're all like in
they all hit the same amount, but they are different and therefore should not be ranked
within their tiers.
Within their tiers. That's what I believe. Tier lists should be done as, because otherwise it's just like a top 10 list.
Fair enough.
Because like fucking comparing Sweeney Todd to Cyberpunk is fucking nonsensical. But we both enjoyed them roughly the same amount, so B tier.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
That's
looking
fair,
at the
I guess.
list and I am not having too many problems with it.
Yeah, I feel like I enjoyed Cyberpunk more than Sweeney Todd, but not enough to be like I enjoyed it close to Main Abyss.
Yeah.
So, other than that, yeah. I mean, I hope everyone likes.
Can I move Cat Returns to S?
No. Here, well, let me move it up closer to see if you can see it.
Wow, look at how high our budget is.
Ow! I hurt myself. Wee, look at that. That could have been bad. Look at that.
Back up a bit.
Do we really need to see Tom and Jerry?
But yeah, that's our tier list. Feel free to tell us how we're Philistines in the comments below.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to mention things that we saw outside?
Oh yes, okay. Things that we have consumed outside of the stuff that we reviewed. First, Elden Ring. We both want to put it in S.
Yeah. I can make a tier list of the things we're about to say and just like put it as.
Just like as a text on screen or whatever.
Yeah. Or just yeah. Okay, so Elden Ring.
Elden
S.
Ring S. Yeah,
Fantastic.
Easy. Until like Belbin Bring comes out in like 5 years and it's like way better than Elden Ring, in which case it'll be A.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that FromSoft gets better with every release.
Well, they're making a game for like the mecha game.
A mecha game.
The FromSoft, yeah.
I
I
did
don't
not
think
know.
it's a mecha, but it's something
Like
akin
mech
to that.
suits.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, I did not know about this.
Yeah, it's like the 5th iteration of whatever they're doing of this game title.
Oh, so this is like before, like pre-Demon Souls FromSoft.
No, I think a different studio made it, and then now they're taking the helm of the newest game. I think.
Oh, okay.
I could be 100% wrong on that. Do not quote me.
Because like when you were describing that to me, I was trying to figure out how you do a dodge roll in a mech.
Well, I mean, it's still gonna it's FromSoft, so I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, but like Elden Ring,
S.
as a video game, amazing. As just like an
As
epic
an art piece,
as an art piece, just like as an epic fantasy mythos, it's really good.
it's very good. I mean,
Just in concept.
George R. R. Martin, like
he
helped with it.
He helped with it very early on, and then never touched it ever again.
Yeah, he just wrote like the story of the world, and then they're like, "All right, guess we're going.
Guess we're gonna make our magnum opus off of this. Fuck. I used to put Dark Souls 1 in S, but then the other games came out. I'm like, you know
Yeah,
what?
then you start
these
playing more, and you're like, wait, there's better things.
it's kind of better, but also the first one's still really good. What?
Yeah, it's very good.
The only thing I didn't like about Elden Ring was the soundtrack.
And you're a music guy.
Yeah, it was far too ambient. I needed more tunes.
That's fair.
Although I do like the final boss theme. Brr, 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 brr,
I was gonna spoil
brr,
it.
brr.
Oh, okay. I know you haven't seen it, but Andor.
I have not. I've heard good things about Andor.
Very good. It's
I've seen a thumbnail for a video essay explaining how it's an anti-fascist piece of art, so
Yeah.
that intrigues me.
very good. It is like people like to downplay Star Wars, and say that it's not political. It's always been
Oh,
political.
yeah, it always has.
But this is the most political Star Wars show.
Oh, hell fucking
like
yeah,
in terms
dude.
of like it's about the little guys doing all this work to get the rebellion going. And
Oh,
it's
okay.
stellar. Like it is very good. Like I would put it also S in my opinion.
Okay, that intrigues me and makes me sad that I don't have Disney Plus.
I might be overhyping it, but I just think that it is such a well crafted series that like it hits the same beats as I think House of the Dragon does.
Yeah,
I think
and,
House
like-
of the Dragon has more behind it in terms of like on writing on that level being that consistent, just because our Martin's guiding it and stuff. So this out of nowhere feels very different. So, but I think it's still very good. At the very least, is A. I think it's S, but at the very least it's A.
So Andor gets kicked by a policeman and vows to destroy the government.
Yeah. I mean, they're not wrong.
All right, I could write a Star Wars show.
Yeah.
I've proved it right here.
Yeah, you should watch that.
Like I quite enjoyed Mandalorian.
Yeah. Did you watch Rogue One at all?
I did watch Rogue One. I did not like it nearly as much as everyone else did.
Okay.
I thought it was fine.
Okay.
There were a couple scenes that I liked, but the rest was fucking who cares.
So the little guy, Adam.
Look, man, I like the scene where Darth Vader comes and destroys
Yeah,
the whole
everyone
thing.
likes that scene.
That's a cool scene. I like how every one of the 13 whoever the fucks end up dying. I think that's just like a good like A to B concept for a story. The guy, the blind guy.
Yeah.
I like the blind guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think Andor's very good. You may or may not like it. I think it's very good. What else have we?
I started reading Berserk.
Where would you put that?
See, I have very mixed feelings about Berserk.
Yeah, it has a lot of
Because
graphics.
in some oh no, the timeline's gone berserk. So there are some aspects that I think are S tier about that manga. There are some aspects that I think are just like, ooh, yikes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like barely at the halfway point of it right now, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot more stuff that gets really good.
So at the moment, where would you put it?
I'd probably put it at a B.
Okay, for Berserk.
B for Berserk.
Okay. What else? I've watched a lot of stuff. I don't want to really bring up movies just because they're very short. I don't want to just list a bunch of movies I saw.
Nope was pretty good.
Nope.
I'd give Nope an A.
I would give it an S. I really like Nope.
I would not give it an S.
I got that. You said it was an A. I really like Nope. I don't know. Fuck,
Oh.
maybe A. I don't know. Everything Everywhere. That's an S. Like,
RRR, S tier.
that's what I really want to watch.
I fucking
RRR.
love RRR. It's so goddamn freaking cool, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Is it 3 R's because it can't contain just one?
It's 3 hours.
Yes. It is worth every minute, Chris.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I gotta watch it. I will. But what else is there that we've? Chainsaw Man's airing, and I like Chainsaw Man.
If the anime is as good as the manga, then S tier.
Yeah,
But I haven't been watching the anime, so I don't know yet.
yeah. I think it's very good. The thing is, the parts that are like really really good are like a lot later, so it's kind of hard to just be
Yeah.
like.
Like the first half is like a B, and then it goes to S. I'd say for Chainsaw Man.
That's fair.
JoJo Part 6.
Yeah,
More recent.
I watched part 6. That
I
was
read
cool.
it like a few years ago.
Yeah,
I'd maintain that JoJo as a manga is probably B tier.
that's fair. As a whole.
Yeah, as a whole. Part 6 and Part 7 are my favorites, so I'd put those in A.
I'd put part 6 as A. I really like part 6. I think Jolene's a fucking fantastic
Yes,
MC.
Jolene and Joseph are my two favorite JoJo's.
For me, it's Jolene and Josuke. I really like Josuke.
I thought Josuke was bland.
People have mixed feelings on 4. I think 4 is fantastic.
I think 4 has the best in the anime with the Kira stuff. But the rest of it is, I just don't think it's all that interesting.
Yeah, and I think that you're wrong because all of that stuff leads to why fucking the end so good.
And, I agree, but you're also wrong because that is just a bad structure for a manga or an anime.
Wrong. Slice of life is not bad.
Yes, slice of life is bad, Chris.
You're not liking it.
Where's my overarching narrative, Chris? I can't have just a continuity.
You can't say K-on's an F because you don't like slice of life.
Dude, K-on's like a C.
What other stuff have we watched? We watched a lot of anime. Check out my anime list. I have a letterbox. I don't know how often you update your letterbox, but
Not so much anymore. Because, we
Stop
have this
watching.
now.
Yeah.
I watched...
What's the beginning of the year? Attack on Titan, maybe?
I thought that was December last year.
I mean, didn't it carry over? Or am I tripping?
If it carried over, then I would put... Okay, I don't know how it ends, so I'd put the recent Attack on Titan stuff in A.
Okay. It's okay if you put an S if you want.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Plus, there's that whole, it ended on... they put all the budget into a battle that didn't really matter a whole lot.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, I mean, I didn't start reading it this year, but I finished or caught up with Kingdom, which I would put as A.
Kingdom, I heard, is very good.
And you can't disagree with me because you haven't read it.
Yeah. I could just put a bunch of posts right now saying that it's garbage. Just things I found online of why Kingdom is bad. I'm trying to think of other stuff that I've watched and read a lot. I'm not gonna list that. I'm not gonna just pick up a list.
Alphabet Lore, A.
Alphabet.
A.
A.
Yeah.
Alphabet Lore's. Oh, I guess I'll link it.
It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, check it out.
Oh my god.
I guess that's it. I don't know what else we had in our list that I'm making in the future that I'm making. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but I'm gonna do it. So
you just keep adding a new line of text for each ranking we give.
Yeah. So those are our lists.
I played through Doom 2016 and then Doom Eternal. I'm going through right now. I'd put them both in C because I'm not super big on them.
Careful, man. They're gonna hunt you down.
People fucking love the two new Doom games, and I think they're kind of mid. I think they're competent. I think they're just not ambitious enough with their concept.
That's fair. I think I haven't played them.
I've been seeing lots of clips from God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, and from the dialogue, I'm like, damn, that's good.
Yeah, I want to play those too. I haven't gotten to it yet.
The first one's on Steam now, so I might play it. I don't know. I mean, I've absorbed all the plot through YouTube Shorts, so I'm not as urgently wanting to play that one. But
I've watched entire shows and movies through YouTube Shorts and games.
Unfortunately, I have done this.
I get it. I rank Master Duel Yu-Gi-Oh! As an F. I hate that game. I play it every night before I go to bed.
Podcast games that I've played. Satisfactory is pretty good. I give it B.
Podcast games is in. He likes watching a podcast or listening to a podcast while playing this game.
Yes, that's my criteria.
I like One Shot. That's a good video game.
Yeah, One Shot was yeah, I liked it, but then I didn't like it enough to play through it again. So I would put it
it's
at
a different story the second time.
Well,
you're bad.
B for
and you should feel bad.
B for One Shot.
I think One Shot was great. Fucking what else?
What did I do? What did I do this year?
We don't have to. We could stop whenever we want. This is already past an hour. This is more than I thought we'd have.
All right, fine. Fuck it. We don't podcast. We don't.
This is the end of the year thing. Should we say something special?
Thanks
anyone who's watched up to this point. It's probably not a lot of people, but
yeah, probably not a lot of people.
But thanks for watching anyway, because
shout out to my boys. Black Midi album Hellfire is probably my album of the year. I don't know. We don't talk about music here all that often.
Yeah, sorry. So listen to that. Also, quick thank you to the S-rank, S-tier person of our show, our producer, my sister, Christine. I'll bleep that out if she doesn't want me to say her name, but but yeah, the Unsung Hero. We got all the lights and camera stuff.
Yeah,
because of her. So.
I only brought the audio equipment, so this would not be a visual podcast if not for your sister.
Yeah. So thank you. But yeah, it's been great. I hope to do more episodes as the years go by.
Indeed.
So this will be fun. Hopefully next year's list will be bigger. It's gonna be more of a pain in the ass to fucking make.
Yeah, we're gonna have to we're either going to have to get a poster board 5 times the size or shrink everything down.
Yeah, and even I don't know how much you can see already. So we zoomed in a couple times. We're fine. But yeah,
I'm glad that all of our credibility has gone from saying Citizen Kane is mid. So
yeah, this is we started this podcast. But yeah, I don't podcast. But what's our outro? We've done this how long?
I don't enjoy Citizen Kane.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.